The St. James police held suspect in case of father taking out trying to save his daughter from abduction. Hi again and welcome. This is Links 007 TV. Let's talk, and we're about to discuss this on the program. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back and thanks for joining us for the program. Today, August 6th, would have marked 1 week since the community of Bogites on the outskirts of Montego Bay was plunged into mourning following an incident that took place in the upscale community last week. So the police have made a breakthrough in the case, and we're about to divulge the details of that right now on the program. So before I divulge the details of what took place last week Wednesday, I'm going to give you the current information that we have right now as it relates to this matter. So the St. James police have made a major breakthrough in the investigation of a case in which a 57-year-old father was recently taken out while trying to stop a group of men from abducting his daughter. Two men have been held in connection with the taking out of the victim, and the victim name was Stephen McPherson, and he resides in the upscale community of Bogue Heights in the parish. And this incident that took place would have marked 1 week now, as it took place last week Wednesday. And this was just such an unfortunate situation that this individual was just at the wrong place at the wrong time, even though he was trying to rescue his daughter from abductors. But trust me, such a sad situation. We're gonna divulge more information right now. Stop a little bit. Let me just ask a question. Just imagine you coming home from work one evening after you just finished a hard day's work. You come across a situation such as this. Said, for example, you reside in the upscale community of Bogue Heights. Nice view, nice scenery, the place where everybody wants to live in Montego Bay. And on reaching where you live, you came across this current situation that Mr. McPherson had to deal with. How would you deal with it? I look forward for your comments in the comment section. Well, Mr. McPherson came across this situation and he felt as if he needed to act and act quickly. However, before he even attempted to try anything or even do anything to help the situation, these individuals, they were out to get him, and they fired several shots at his vehicle, taking him out instantly. His vehicle went through a fence and into someone's house. Can you imagine that dramatic scene that unfolded, and all this happened in full view of his daughter? We'll continue. Just tell me in the comment section, what would you do if you were caught in the same position? This situation is just such a sad one, because this individual saw what was happening to his daughter, and in a bid to save his daughter's life, this individual was taken down in a violent gun attack by these individuals who were just not having it, and they made a hasty retreat after carrying out this act on the popular accountant in the area of Bogue Heights. And if you know Bogue Heights is like a upscale community, as many would state, a community in which it's very quiet and there isn't much violent activities such as these taking place in that area. So this came as a shock to the entire residents of this community, and this has left a void and a gap in the hearts of many right now who deem this individual as a loving, caring and quiet person, and a man that was never involved in anything of bad nature. And when this happened to him, this sent the whole entire community in shock and in disbelief. Reports are that on July 22, Mr. McPherson was on his way home from work when he saw men in a white Toyota Vitz motor car and a boxy van accosting his daughter and pointing a gun at her. On realizing what was happening to his daughter, Mr. McPherson intervened but was reportedly shot in the face by one of the drivers of the car. After being shot in the face, Mr. McPherson drove off, but he crashed shortly after and later succumbed to his injuries. Might I remind you that this happened in full view of Mr. McPherson's daughter. She tried to make a run for it, and a run she did, while the individuals wait and wait, but they had to make a run for it too. And then they sped off down the road leaving Mr. McPherson to the mercy of the world. Fast track a week later, following intensive investigation by the Montego Bay Police, an investigation led by detectives and also other police in high-rank dignitaries in the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Tuesday, July 28, targeted operations were conducted at these locations in St. James and Hanover, but were aided by the work of the Jamaica Constabulary Force Cyber Forensic Unit and the use of a wide range of new technologies. The operation led to the arrest of 2 suspects and the recovery of one of the motor vehicles that was reportedly used in the commission of the crime. So the detectives used a variety of approaches in investigation of this incident. This includes cyber forensic and also other technologies, as I said before. The suspects were eventually placed on an identification parade conducted earlier yesterday, where 2 of the individuals were subsequently pointed out as being a part of the whole entire scenario that played out last week, Wednesday. So these 2 individuals now were finger pointed in the identification parade that was held yesterday. And charged with this now are 32-year-old O'Shane Wilson and a 35-year-old individual who is an operations manager known as Delroy McCook, who was identified as the owner of one of the motor vehicles. Both men are said to be from St. James addresses. As I've often said, you just have to live every day and live it to the best of your ability, because you don't know the moment or even the second when something unfortunate such as this can happen. This individual was on his way from work, heading home, in his own personal space, in his vehicle, when he saw something that was happening to one of his family members, his daughter to be exact. And look what transpired. His life was taken in the splits of a second. Now when we see these things happening around us and we try our very best to talk about them in a matter that we believe that it should be discussed, people might think that we like to talk about situations such as these or tragic incidents, but we have to highlight situations such as these and just try to put people on that positive part. This individual was well loved in the community of Bogue Heights in St. James. He was a professional at his game. He was an accountant, and many people in the area are still heartbroken based on what transpired with him. The police are carrying out their investigations though, however, but that still rests on the minds of many of the individuals who would have lived beside him, knew him for many years now, and they are still heartbroken, and I can't blame him based on the fact that his life was taken uncalled for. He was just trying to assist his daughter, trying to assist her in such a way that she will not be harmed, and his life was taken just like that. Such a sad situation. I believe I'm gonna leave this one here for now. This has been Links to Blow 7 TV. Let's talk. Please remember, click that notification bell. Also like our video and just continue to watch our program. We're out for now. Peace.